Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be something slightly different. I'm going to be doing a brand new series called Instagram Hacks. This is going to be the first episode of this series, and basically I feel like so many of you always ask me questions about Instagram and how to grow on Instagram, and these are conversations that I have with like fellow influencers, my friends, and also you guys all the time. So because there's more and more questions coming in, I thought I would just jump on here and spill the tea and tell you exactly what's changing and how Instagram's changed like since I've started, and basically just give you all the help and advice. So if you are someone who is a influencer or wants to become an influencer or wants to start growing on Instagram, it doesn't have to be makeup related. Even if you're into fashion and you want to grow on that and do that, or if you're lifestyle, or even if you're tech or fitness and you want to do that, hopefully all of these tips, I'm going to keep them kind of vague-ish so that they will help you grow your channel. My channel is mainly makeup, beauty and lifestyle. So there's a little bit of fashion in there, but I'd say mainly it's beauty and lifestyle. So that's my kind of niche. I did do another video as well on like top tips how to grow on Instagram. So I don't know, I felt like that was really fun. I'm a total geek when it comes to stuff like this, and I love researching and watching things and reading about it, and that's just the way I am. So I thought, you know what, I'm collecting all this information, and when I've collected all this information, why not just put it here so it's like a channel exactly up to date. Now Instagram is changing all the time, so I'm gonna always be doing this. Whenever there's a change come out, whenever there's a new thing come out, I'm gonna tell you guys straight away. Okay, so let's get right into today's video. Now, I have been writing some notes, and what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna outline a whole series for you guys, and if by any chance you have a question or you'd love to see a video or you have a question about a specific thing about Instagram, then please let me know in the comments below. Just write what the question is, or can you do a video on that? Can you do a video on this? And I will do it for you guys. You know I'm gonna do it. Also, if you enjoy things that are beauty related, Instagram related, influencer related, any of that jazz, then please make sure you support the people you love. Click on that subscribe button, leave a comment, give it a like. I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so at the moment, I would say I've been doing Instagram properly for around about 2 years. And I started when I was working at Mac, and it was just a hobby, and it kind of escalated and I slowly grew. Now I definitely feel like back then, Instagram was so different. This was pre-algorithm. Do you remember those days? The good old days? So back then, things were really different. And today's video, I really want to focus on the Explore page, how to get on the Explore page, and how the Explore page now works. Okay, so let's start off with the old Explore page. Basically, before the algorithms kicked in, what used to happen is that we used to have a universal Explore page. So what that meant was when you were on the Explore page, at that minute, so if you looked on your phone and you were on that Explore page, every single person looking on Instagram Explore page in the world at that very moment could see your content, which was why you basically blew up and you got loads of likes and loads of engagement and everyone saw your stuff and you just grew so fast. Now, what's happened is that there is a completely new, different way of how the Explore page works. So what the algorithm has basically done is it has created sub-communities. I think because there's so many people on Instagram, what they've done is they've kind of tapped into niche and they present to you what they think you would like to see. So for example, my page is all about makeup and beauty. So all of the things on my Explore page are mainly beauty related, all makeup and beauty related, or hair and stuff like that. So it kind of knows what I follow, it knows what I like, and therefore it presents to me what Instagram thinks that I want to see. It has its own pros and cons, yes, I guess so. Like, I maybe don't want to see things which are completely irrelevant, but it also means that it's so much harder now to kind of tap into any audience. Now what happens is we're all subcategorized in our own little communities and our niches. So your little niche, for example, being lifestyle, fashion, beauty, tech, whatever, animals. So what happens is when you're now on the explore page, it's only your community of fellow like-minded people that will see you. Hence why you'll grow, but you probably will never grow as much as you used to grow before. And it's just crazy to think that when I had a lot more of a smaller following, I was getting way bigger views than what I'm getting now. So there are pros and cons. Growth is definitely one of the factors that I think's been very influenced by this, and it means that you're growing slower. And I guess, you know, in a way, it's good. I see that Instagram probably thinks that a lot of people are growing way too fast on their platforms. So in a way, you know, if you're growing a little bit slower, that's fine. But I think the one thing you should always focus on is your content and the quality of your content, you know. And I'm definitely going to be sharing more and more ways of, because there's so many different things to talk about. I want to be sharing more ways on how to work with a new algorithm, what to do, what not to do, like what to be careful of. So I'm going to try and spread that out throughout the whole series. So hopefully that explains a little bit better on the explore page and how it used to work and how it's working now. Now I will say, disclaimer alert, these are all just theories and what people have been researching and testing, and I think a lot of content creators are basically testing a lot of the time. So you may see us posting random things at different times with different hashtags and different formats and different layouts, because we're always trying to test what the algorithm is doing and what the new Instagram is doing. So like I said, none of these things which I'm going to tell you has been officially announced by Instagram. Instagram actually doesn't officially announce anything. Like, even if you try to look up specifications for content uploads, they do not provide that information. Unlike YouTube, which really kind of, you know, and I feel like YouTube really supports their content creators, wants them to keep on creating quality content, so they're very, very helpful. Whereas Instagram is kind of like more hush-hush. So very, very different. Like I said, these are all theories, so hopefully I'm picking all the best theories from everyone, which I personally feel like works, and hopefully they will help. Now, another question you might be wanting to ask is, how do I get on the explore page? Good question. Very good question. So how do you get on the explore page? Honestly, guys, I have no idea. Sometimes it happens to me, sometimes it doesn't. It's really sporadic. One of my videos might do really well and the next one does really bad. Time of the day that you post, I don't know if that really works anymore because it's not really chronological. So, you know, whether you post at 2 or 4 or 6, your niche will kind of see it when they log on, because that's what the algorithm does. So who knows about that? But I would definitely say that I have been testing a few different ways on how to get on the explore page. And I honestly don't know if it's got anything to do with like likes or commenting forwards in the comments. I'm really not sure. And I think things like, you know, a lot of likes coming in or bots definitely do not work. So bots, just don't even bother with that, because Instagram's clever. It knows if people are fake and it actually clears them all out as well. So if you're inactive for a while, then Instagram will just delete your account. And that's why sometimes you see people's like following drop, is because Instagram has a massive clear out. They'll basically say, right, if you haven't used your account in 2 years, boom, you're deleted. So everyone's kind of thing just won't. Whoop. So that happens, which is stressful. And also I think the pod groups, so these are like communities which they all kind of comment and like on each other's stuff. I'm really not sure. Like, I'm part of a couple of them and I don't particularly see that they are truly effective. I'm not sure if they are effective or not, but definitely they don't determine whether or not you're going to get on the explore page. Fact. Secondly, I would say that what happens now is when you post something, only a certain percentage of your following will see. So usually it's around about 10% of your following will see it. And if they comment and engage and they like it and blah, 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 then usually that then escalates so that more percentage of your following will see that. So, you know, if the first 10% like it and comment and engage organically, then 20% and then 30%. So you kind of now have your following, but you don't completely optimize. Now I know that this might get a lot of people really stressed and really upset and depressed and down, but you really can't let it get to you. Honestly guys, you have to just keep on moving forward, keep on producing banging content, keep on doing your thing, keep on doing your grind. Don't let any of that get you down. It does get me down sometimes, but what you need to think about is, one of my friends, Layla, said this to me and it always stuck in my head, and I always think about this, as if you get 10% engagement, that is good. That is good. So for example, if you've got 10,000 followers and you get 1,000 likes or 1,000 views, that's good. That is good. You guys are getting 10% engagement, and I think that's still a very nice retention rate. Anything above that is a plus, you know it's a plus. So on average, it kind of fluctuates again, but sometimes I get around about, it could be 30% engagement rate, which is amazing. And I think brands know this. Brands know that algorithms are coming in, that brands obviously have their own Instagram account so they can see what's going on and how hard it can be. So just remember, don't let it get you down so much. Sometimes it's really off-putting when I upload something. I'm so proud and passionate, and I know it's, it's a good piece of content, but it just doesn't go anywhere, and you're like, oh, but hey, that's the name of the game. So maybe it wasn't so good. Maybe it's just in my head. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's not try and get too distracted here. I could talk for hours. Another key point I said is that it's really, really hit and miss. I definitely feel like it's hit and miss, and it's constantly changing. So embrace the change. I don't think Instagram's ever going to be going back to the way it used to be. So you just need to, ride that wave and just be cool about it. Think about quality content, think about your feed, do all the things that you can do, and don't worry about the things that you don't have control and you can't do. So that kind of sums up this video, which is all about the Explore page, how to get on the Explore page, and the old Explore page versus the new Explore page. So like I said, this is the first part of this series. Please, please, please let me know what other subjects or questions you might have about Instagram and the algorithms as a whole. Please pop them down below, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, support the people you love watching, and until next time guys, I will see you soon, okay?